Oh yes, use the toilet and the shower. That would have been a better clip somehow. It's like, yeah, meanwhile, I can watch my stream fall apart. Alright, time for some shameless self-promo, then I'll get back to it. Alright, now self-promo, let's get back to this. Crack open a beer while I'm at it. Okay, mic check 1, 2.
Departing facility.
Is this mic loud enough? Do I have levels set correctly?
Sam, we've got a situation. The delivery for the research lab is ready for transport, but the chiral density is higher than anticipated. This may be due to the gateway just now, but we've identified a new BT area in the vicinity of the lab. However, we have no BB pods on hand. I know you've got dooms, but without a pod, you're gonna struggle to determine exactly where the BTs are.
Don't worry. If I can get close enough, I should be able to see them. Seems like my dooms level or whatever went up at some point. Steer me in the right direction. I can take care of the rest.
Oh yeah? That's awesome. By the way, we finished a preliminary assessment of the BTs detected in the vicinity of the research lab. And we prepared some weapons that should be effective against them. You're a pro. I know you can handle this. We've issued you a number of blood grenades. They use an active agent based on compounds derived from the blood and bodily fluids of doom sufferers, making them highly effective against BTs. You can practice using them in VR training. If you'd like to try them out, just access the delivery terminal to get started. Your other weapons won't do any damage to BTs. Shoot them all you like. They won't die. Make sure you're well prepared. According to our initial survey, you can expect to encounter gazers in the field. If you make contact with a gazer, then another type of BT, a hunter will emerge from the tar and try to capture you. If they succeed in this, you'll come face to face with a massive BT known as a catcher. Now, you don't want to ever let a catcher consume you. It'll trigger a void out, obliterating the surrounding area and everyone in it. And when the dust settles, so make sure to escape the catcher before that happens, or use the weapons at your disposal to eliminate it. All right, go ahead and pick up your next main order. I'll brief you on the details while you check your map. All right, Sam, you good to go? The new BT area we've identified is located in these ruins. If we don't do anything about it, eventually someone's gonna trigger a void out. So to prevent that, we need to neutralize all the BTs in this area. There's no shortage of collapsed buildings and hiding spots there, and the timefall isn't letting up anytime soon either. Since you'll also have cargo for the research lab with you, take care not to let it get damaged by the timefall or in any fights with BTs. An aid request for a timefall shelter was registered in that vicinity. If you build one near that spot, you can use it to escape any BTs that may be pursuing you. And if you stash your backpack in a timefall shelter, you can rest easy knowing your cargo's safe from the rain and devote your full attention to dealing with any threats. So if you got room to carry a little extra, consider requisitioning a PCC and taking it along with you so you can fabricate a shelter for added peace of mind. You're the only one we can count on. Don't let us down.
Okay, let's go this way. Yep. Excuse me. I'll actually get up. See her across. And
delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank you.
yeah, well, give me a fan or something. That'll be much easier.
I'm counting.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Okay, we've got everything we need, so... Oh no, geological activity. It's like, what do I do? How do I set this? it doesn't necessarily look right on my end if I turn off HDR, but it doesn't necessarily look right on the stream's end if I have it on. So, look, I think the tone mapping algorithms probably looking for values above 400 for damn sure. We could try those options. Let's see kind of how the shadows look kind of muddy and washed out on the stream. They don't look that way on the monitor I'm playing on. Gotta be quiet. Shit, somebody left some cargo behind.
Construction process now complete.
Oh shit, there's one right there. Oh shit. That shit. I found it. Shit, I think that's one of them there. Oh shit.
Ambient chiral density has fallen to within normal range. BT threat neutralized. Please deliver your cargo to the research lab. You are too far away from your cargo.
Hello!
Okay, that's the lab up there.
You should have more faith in yourself.
Should probably just keep it down to a walking pace instead of running.
It's not so bad.
See, I was looking back at the last stream. Thinking back that raindrops keep falling on my head, thinking I was gonna get hit by copyright on that one. Well, it turns out I actually got hit by the copyright on -61 by Woodkid instead.
Gotta work on those core muscles.
YouTube, at least for the most part, lets me keep the audio, but Twitch mutes that section in the VOD. I'd be like, ugh, so tired.
ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected.
Arrest.
Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Let's confirm everything and let's finish this.
Long time no see, Sam. Though, having said that, I realize you probably don't recognize me like this. Anyway, why don't you let me take a look at your orders? Now that's a delivery done right. I appreciate that you're always striving for perfection. Oh, picked up some lost cargo, I see. Should be a nice surprise for someone. We never doubted you'd show. Reliable as ever. A man you can count on. We're ready for you to link us up with your Cupid. Once you do, you'll have fulfilled your objective of bringing the entirety of Mexico onto the chiral network.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So, Sam, don't suppose you remember who I am? The name's Alex. I used to work at the weather station back in the UCA. I was a Bridges employee, reporting directly to Deadman. So, when I was offered the opportunity to collaborate with him here, studying the Death Stranding and BTs, I jumped at the chance. And here I am. And now, you're here too. You actually couldn't have come at a better time. Shortly before your
Was it
arrival,
BTs or
chiral
BTS?
density levels started to climb, hitting significantly higher ranges than before. This kind of spike is indicative of an imminent giant BT appearance. I've shared with you some MP bullets that should be very effective against BTs. Because if a giant BT is on the way, then we're gonna need you to put it down. Well, the delivery you were kind enough to bring us contained a shipment of MP bullets that have anti-BT properties. This ammunition will turn your average assault rifle into a BT killing machine. You can also fabricate blood grenades if you want to keep a few on hand. Before you head back out, review your options and requisition any weapons you think you might need. We've set aside a ton of extra materials just for this purpose. Chiral density levels in this region have been fluctuating wildly. We've been seeing a lot of gatequakes and seismic activity as well. It's almost certainly related to recent shifts in the tar currents. Our analysis of these anomalies has led us to believe that the arrival of a giant BT is all but imminent. What the data doesn't tell us is exactly where it might appear. Our chiral monitoring equipment just wasn't precise enough to zero in. Now that you've connected us to the network, though, we should be able to make more accurate predictions. We seriously owe you. It's hard to know when this giant BT is going to appear. So for now, you should rest up in your private room and prepare for a potential fight. That's both mine and Deadman's recommendation. We'll keep you posted, Sam.
It's gonna be trouble sleeping at night again.
It's been too long, Sam. You were a good friend to me. One I could never forget. Which is why I took steps to ensure that this message would only play upon your arrival. The sensors were set to scan for your biometric data. A simple enough trick. Now, this was originally a geophysics laboratory established for the study of earthquakes. And for that reason, it holds a wealth of documentation on gatequakes, tar currents, and placates. as well, I discovered, as research data on the other side. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I learned after I came to this place. Imagine that this is the lab. Though it's relatively close to the northern tip of South America, the continent is entirely cut off from us by a tar belt. And so we have no idea what's going on down there. Nor do we know the state of any continent other than our own. The researchers here were trying to establish contact with the rest of the world. They were well equipped to do so, as the facility had once been used to launch research satellites. So they tried launching a variety of probes and drones in the hope of obtaining observational data, with no success. The Earth, you see, is shrouded in a thick layer of chiralium that renders electronics inoperable at altitude. So they tried sending ships across the ocean. Oh, yes. Oh, but that failed too. The high concentration of chiralium in open water proved too corrosive, invariably causing them to sink. But then the researchers found some rather rare birds on their doorsteps. Birds not native to the region. Nice birdie, nice birdie. And that, my friend, was just the beginning. Not far from the lab, they discovered a strange anomaly. Well, the surrounding area was heavily contaminated with chiralium. Yes. This is beautiful. The researchers would later dub the anomaly a plate gate. Further investigation revealed that it came into existence when you began to expand the chiral network across North America, and that the gate grew larger in tandem with the network itself. What started as a tiny fissure in space became so much more. The researchers duly installed cameras to study the gate and its surrounding area. Now, to their surprise, they caught footage of some unusual marsupials. Yes, a kind you wouldn't expect to normally encounter in Central America, like the birds. But to confirm their suspicions, they sent an autonomous robot through the gate. The soil samples it collected were consistent with the archived geological data from the southern hemisphere. Not long after, several men and women came through the gate. They spoke English, and they confirmed that they had indeed come from faraway Australia. We finally knew the world outside North and Central America had survived. Ours was not the last bastion of humanity, but Australia had suffered the Death Stranding too. Undeterred, the researchers began working closely with Bridges and conducted a series of tests, paving the way for an expedition to Australia that would lay the groundwork for chiral network expansion. After they had first installed surveillance equipment, that is, so that the gate could be monitored from the Mexican side, a necessity to this day as Australia is not yet connected to the chiral network. The UCA may not have dreams of conquest and control, but they aren't about to let just anyone use the gate. Indeed, that's one of the reasons they were so determined to connect Australia to the network in the first place. Well, I suppose that's all I have to say about the plate gate. There's something else that I need to tell you, though. Something far more important. Mind if I pause it here? I have to go take a shower.
Gate quake detected. Sam, a gigantic BT just showed up outside. We're prepping weapons for you now. Access the terminal up top and take whatever you need. We're counting on you.
fabricate some equipment. Acquire a giant BT. everything. Shit.
Seek safety immediately.
Shit. It's just awesome. It's like, yeah, pretend you are. Shut up. Okay, let's use the rifle this time. Thanks. I can't read your name, I'm sorry. Okay, I did it. But yeah, that's just the tutorial of it, boss.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Sam, this is Alex. You did it! We've confirmed the chiral crystallization of the giant BT. Local chiral density is already dropping fast. I think we can all rest easy for now. You've saved a lot of lives by killing that monstrosity. We won't forget that. Head to the research lab's private room and take a break. You've earned it.
So far, so good.
Buen dia, Sam. I want you to know that we appreciate you.
It'd be time for a long shower and perhaps change of clothes.
As I said before, there's something I need to tell you. It's about Lou. You see, after you left Bridges, I decided to do a little digging into BB-28's past. That is, Lou's. I found the BB decommissioning records. Now, according to them, BB-28 was flagged for disposal and subsequently incinerated 4 years ago, long before you and Lou first met.
That's BB-28?
this is the child officially identified as BB-28. But if you look closer, Sam, you see at once that it can't possibly be Lou. Right there at the elbow, where the birthmark should be. Nothing. Which means we have another BB-28 on our hands. The one with whom you memorably went west and back not so long ago. That is Lou. Per regulations, the serial number assigned to each BB was unique. No two units should have ever been assigned the same one. I've cross-checked the details with the most up-to-date entries in the UCA database. And indeed, there is no reason to believe BB-28 survived. All of which can only mean, Sam, that the bridge baby you carried with you on your journey across America, Lou, was never recorded in the official database. So, where then did Lou come from? Right now, your guess is as good as mine. But as worrying as that sounds, this could actually be to your advantage, since it's functionally impossible for the UCA or Bridges to track a BB of which they have no record. Which is lucky because if they did know about a BB that could live and grow outside the pod, they'd want to secure it for study. So take comfort in the knowledge that they don't, that you're free, that you can bring up Lou in peace. How is it, by the way? The two of you living as a family. Right. I have gifts for you. A few things to take back home. An assortment of vaccines to be administered as your child grows up. We want Lou to live a long and healthy life. And it's natural for children to be afraid of shots. Maybe this will help put Lou's mind at ease.
See, vaccines, but they're not refrigerated.
A token of my affection. You can collect it via the delivery terminal when you leave. I wonder how big Lou will get. Anyway, there's one more thing I wanted to share with you. As you know, everyone is meant to go to their own beach when they die. But unlike most people, I wasn't born from a mother. I was born from an artificial womb. Transplants provided the organs I never had. I was incomplete and had no beach, I believed. But I wasn't about to accept that. I went back home to study the Ha and Ka and the beach. I threw myself into my work, Sam. I tried. But I think I've done all that I can. In the end, I'm still a patchwork Frankenstein's monster. One that's just about worn out. As a doctor, I can tell you, I don't have long left. So I've devoted my remaining time to research. That's why I'm here, Sam. Where I can focus on the beach. There's so much data here, Sam. On beach formation, jumping via beaches, the relationship between the beach and placates. All the evidence you could ever wish for. Not enough to solve every mystery, perhaps, but enough for me to make an incredible personal discovery. That I have a beach after all. It doesn't matter how I was born. I have lived as a human. And thus do I possess a beach like any other. I am not a machine, but a person with a Ha and a Ka and a beach to go with them. Lastly, I have a confession for you, along with a heartfelt apology. I told you once that I didn't have dooms. But that's not actually true. Not that I was lying, you understand. I just didn't know. It was only after I found my beach that I realized. Chiral, allergic reaction. I can feel it getting closer. I'm off to the beach, Sam. To my beach. Take care of yourself.
Sam.
Did you know about this?
No. It's news to me, too. I'm sorry that that man is gone. But he would have been pleased that you managed to extend the UCA network all the way to his lab. Thank you, Sam.
I guess I'm homeward bound.
Missing little Lou that badly?
You know I am.
Come on back, Sam. Lou misses you too.
All right, time to go home.
Sunrise will be occurring shortly.
Hey, Sam. About that message Deadman left for you. I hope you understand that he wanted to tell you all that himself. He didn't want it to come from me or anyone else. Naturally, we respected his wishes. We'll also be carrying on his research in his stead. I'm sure you will, but please take care of that last order he left for you. On another note, you can now use your PCC to construct generators and bridges. Build them along your delivery routes, and you're sure to make a ton of other porters very happy. Trust me. Who knows? They might end up returning the favor someday, too. Also, you can now fabricate tri-cruisers, trikes with 2 front wheels. You'll be able to build, charge, or repair tri-cruisers at any facility with a garage, like this one. It's a battery-powered vehicle, so if you run out of juice in the wild, you can always construct a generator to recharge it. Just be careful not to run out of battery when you're outside network coverage. You can only use your PCC to build generators or any other structures when you've got a network connection. So without coverage, you'll either have to ditch a dead tri-cruiser or wait forever and a day for the solar panels to recharge it. Once again, thank you for linking up all of Mexico, Sam. Be safe out there, and pay us a visit the next time you're close.
Sam, I just reviewed the list of UCA associates. You can rest easy. Any data concerning your life on the run has been erased. So once you've taken care of Deadman's final request, you can come straight home. Access the terminal on site for the details. I'll take care of Lou. Just focus on the job.
This custom cargo container is designed to be attached directly to your chest. The words, "For Lou," are written on it.
Okay, fine.
Are now available for fabric.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Don't be a stranger, okay?
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Homeward bound.
Very impressive work, Sam.
Finally drive. Here we go, low roar again.
Jibber jabber jibber jabber jabbering, walking towards the light that guides you home. Whisper, whisper, whispering, whispering. Nobody hears us. Nobody knows. If they bothered to see from the caged up eyes, but nobody cares. Nobody knows. But it's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. Waste of breath, a mindless stare. Simply stone. To carry your weight into oblivion. Deep into the unknown.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
We had no choice to where we're thrown. Get out. It's the desire. Just to wind up alone.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
But it's It's just how it goes. 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 It's just how it goes.
Good morning to you.
Intrusion detected. Intrusion detected.
Shit.
Level 5 alert. Multiple unidentified armed hostiles inbound. Your shelter is under attack.
They're in danger. I gotta get back. Who the fuck are these guys?
What the?
What was his deal?
Gunfire detected at your shelter. Destruction of personal database confirmed.
Lou!
Just a bit further now.
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
Nobody's home. Maybe outside. She can't have gone too far from the shelter. Came in handy. What the hell happened?
Okay, spoiler alert.
Lou. I patched you up the best I could. What happened to Lou?
we were attacked. It all happened so fast.
Intrusion detected. Intrusion detected. Level 5 alert. Multiple unidentified armed hostiles inbound. I tried to jump us out of there. But I could only take my equipment with me. And I couldn't possibly think of Lou like that. There was no way for the two of us to escape together. The best I could hope for was to jump Lou out. Just Lou. I couldn't protect Lou. I am so sorry. So sorry. I'm sorry.
Can you see me? You can't. Because you're dead.
Alright, best get out of here. Oh shit, I gotta get my stuff ready for work in the morning.
Whoa!
There was no way for the two of us to escape together. Escape together. The best I could hope for was to jump you out. Just now. Sam, I know there's nothing I can do to make it right. I know.
Oh, time for another beer.
Sam, stop hurting yourself. Please. Give me the gun. There is nothing left for you here. Nothing but sadness and regret. You can't go on like this. Come take a walk with me.
Alright, we're gonna pause for a second, or about a few minutes. God, man. Oh, shoot, my mic's not muted. This is just got me thinking something like... The previous agency I worked for that got shut down on Halloween night. Yeah, it's probably going to be about a couple more minutes or so. I'm just thinking something a little more convinced I'm just working for a ruthless multinational mega corporation. Pretty much all I am just to them as a number. I really think of us as people with our own unique backstories and plans for life. We're just metrics to them.
Come meet my crew, Sam. It's time for you to hit the road and start a new journey.
I wonder if one of the odds I might have to relocate for better work. And then I'm reminded of what happens when I become attached to the people of the previous agency that I used to work for, right up until they stopped existing. I mean, the process of grieving is almost always associated with death, but I can always think of cases where it's not.
Intoxicants successfully purged. Blood alcohol content nominal.
I may have to make the jump.
Like someone needed a nap.
Transfer to an agency on my own.
Feel free to make yourself at home.
Wait, hold up. Where's the pod? Where's Lou?
Settle down, Sam. Lou's with me. You'll see us soon enough.
Yeah, what's going on in this story? I'll have to take a look at the corpus. Story so far. I'll tell you right now. Kojima-san is a master at storytelling.
Welcome to Drawbridge, Sam. And to the GHV Magellan, our mobile base of operations. Come on, I'll help you get your bearings. This is the ship's armory. Here you can check your weapons and put them through their paces. These rooms over here belong to other members of the crew. They are pretty much the same as yours. And the shower's down at the end.
This is one hell of a ship you got here. Courtesy of the UCA, I'm guessing.
No. As I told you, Drawbridge is a civilian outfit. But we do have a generous patron with access to plenty of capital and tech.
Sounds like a UCA big shot.
Don't ask me. We've never met face to face. They value their privacy.
Seriously? No better than to believe that bullshit.
We've both been used and lied to before, it's true. But as long as they keep up their end, I won't pry.
I mean, I still don't know that.
This is the headquarters of our humble operation. The bridge of the DHV Magellan. It's always like this when the DHV Magellan's on the move. Meet Tarman, our resident doctor and geophysicist. He's also the captain and pilot, in case you hadn't noticed. And a fellow doom sufferer. The nav console offers a direct connection to the tar currents. The downside being that we all have to bathe in caralium.
Happy to have you aboard, Sam. You'll have to excuse me if I don't shake your hand.
You steer this ship solo?
Yeah, though the computer does most of the work.
So this is a submarine?
Spot on. We dive into the tar and use it to travel underground.
Just beneath the surface of the Earth, there are currents we can ride almost anywhere.
So what's your role in all this?
Me? I make sure Drawbridge's grand plans go off without a hitch.
So you're the commander?
That's right. These days I'm fragile in name only.
Let's hear cigarette.
Oh. So where are we headed?
At the moment, we're bound for the plate gate in Mexico. The one that you put on the network for us. Our destination is on the other side, Australia, which we've been asked to link up next.
Well, the problem is, not everybody wants to be part of the UCA.
That's not the plan, Sam. The UCA isn't looking to expand its borders. Just like with Mexico, they want to bring new regions into the network. That's our last, best hope of saving the world. Which is why we're here. Or more importantly, why you're here.
Well?
Ah, so Lou is the child's name. Hello? Excuse you. I too am a member of Drawbridge, believe it or not. It is an honor, Sam.
Is that a puppet?
What? A puppet? No, no! No, I am alive, and my own master.
This is Dahlman. A man whose cow wound up stuck inside a... Well, you get it. He used to be a spirit medium.
When I was still flesh and bone, of course. Regrettably, my transformation cost me my talents.
Lou, where are you?
Sam, that pod is empty. Oh. You know, no one should have to suffer such loss. I understand. Believe me, I do. Which is why, yes, I think you two should go on one more adventure.
What are you talking about?
Well, take Lou. Yes, and link up Australia together. Like you did before in America. I'm sure a lengthy journey will help you to heal.
Sam, we've arrived. In case you're wondering, my hand is traveling through the tar currents, which is lucky because that's what allows me to keep this ship on course.
Let's hear tar, man.
We're by that research lab you linked up last time.
The DHV Magellan can travel to and surface anywhere, provided it's within network coverage. A genuine mobile base of operations.
Still not fully equipped, though. It doesn't have any proper guns.
Need to fix that at some time.
Anyway, the DHV Magellan's here to back you up. As always, you'll be the one leading the way to expand the network. We'll be right behind you, providing you with support. Just so we're crystal clear, Sam. Our mission is to connect the whole Australian continent to the existing chiral network here in North America.
From halfway around the world, how are we supposed to do that again?
By using the Mexican plate gate. One you already put on the grid, remember? To get started, all you have to do is cross over and connect your Cupid to the nearest chiral network terminal. As you extend coverage, we'll move the DHV Magellan to keep up.
And you'll of course be traveling with your child. I mean, that's what Lou would want, right? A grand new adventure with Daddy. I'm excited for you.
Go and get your gear sorted. We'll be waiting.
another trip with Daddy? Okay, kiddo, let's go.
Should probably just call me Starman. That's fine. Spray on hair tie.
Sam, would you mind if I joined you?
Humor him. His knowledge and experience will probably come in handy down the road.
Yes. Really, Sam? Your buttocks? What about shotgun? I prefer the driver's seat.
Think you have a choice?
What was that just now?
You saw it too, huh?
Hmm.
Let's just say it's nothing new. I always got these flashes when I hooked up the pod.
Ah, the bleed-through effect, wherein the BB's memories are conflated with one's own. I'm sure someone explained it to you before. Though this is a little different, of course.
I really gotta deal with this shit again.
Sam, do you read me? You'll first need to access the Mexico side plate gate terminal. After we've confirmed network coverage, we can take the DHV Magellan and regroup at your position.
It's only 5 people, Lord.
I haven't been outside in a long while. Let's get going, If nothing else, this journey should give you a chance to mourn.
support.
You know, I meant it when I said I understand how you feel. But if you hold on to the sadness, it will weigh you down like an anchor. However much it hurts, you must carry on and do what only you can do. Grieve, of course. But keep moving, Sam. And when all is said and done, you can take stock and decide what's next.
Still be hard. Let's see, 550 meters to go. Oh, these guys again.
What's the deal with them?
I've never seen them before. They almost look like they're on a pilgrimage.
They can just waltz right through the gate like that?
It would seem so. Once you extend coverage into Australia, the chiral network should afford us some additional security. Or at least allow us to maintain a record of whoever uses the gate. It bears repeating that the UCA does not intend to restrict access to it. They only want to ensure safe passage for everyone traveling between the continents. Brace yourself, Sam. It's a gatequake. Oh, and a big one at that. Let's make our way to the plate gate. Carefully.
Okay, posture check. Holy smokes, it's been over 2 hours since I started stream. Get the lab down out
If ever I've seen one.
Or women go and men plunder.
There should be a terminal this way. Let's keep moving.
Thanks again, Sam. The chiral network connection to Australia is holding steady. And you'll be happy to hear we made it here in one piece. Just to let you know, when you come back to the DHV Magellan, our patron would like to talk to you.
Order completed. Well done.
Look at Tarman. That's just one S away from being Sturman.
Thank you, Sam. I'd like you to meet someone.
Hello, Sam. My name is Charlie.
Charlie's Drawbridge's patron.
Hear me out, Sam. I want you to help us bring Australia into the network. Drawbridge has been selected to oversee this critical operation. People saw what you did in Mexico and wanted more of the same.
What are you trying to pull?
There are reasons why I can't tell you who I am, Sam. But to be clear, I'm not APAS, nor am I your enemy.
What, you think I'm just gonna trust the words of some faceless mannequin?
I need you to trust me. I'm the one paying for the ship, and this whole operation, at considerable personal risk.
Nah, I want to see a face, or no deal.
A face? Very well. Since you won't take it from me, maybe it should come from someone you know. How's this? Pick one of your old comrades, and I'll speak to you with their voice. Who would you like? Who would you trust?
Let's see. Dead man.
Call me Dead Man. I'm well acquainted with the dead.
Last I heard, he took a one-way trip to the beach. Seems a little soon, don't you think?
It's been a while.
Okay,
but
lock.
Not really. Lolling and Lock, no. They're the same.
As I'm sure you are well aware, Mama's Cod now resides within Lochna. Adding my persona to the two sounds confusing. No, let's avoid that.
Okay, Hartman.
Sam, it's Hartman.
No point. The man himself will be joining you on site in Australia.
Okay, Die Hartman.
Sam, this is Die Hardman.
All right. Pulling up his profile from the database.
How about now, Sam? Feeling more at ease already, I'm sure.
You tell me, old buddy, if this is a UCA sanctioned op, who knows about it?
You misunderstand. Then again, there's a lot I still haven't explained to you, isn't there? I think it's time a certain someone made an appearance. I'd like you to meet the President.
The new president? The guy who took over after Die Hardman?
Not precisely. The UCA doesn't have a presidential system anymore. Guy Hardman was the first and only president, making it one of the shortest-lived single executive administrations in history. One can only guess what he felt about it. Previously, the president was subject to the will of the people via popular vote every 4 years. APAS, however, is far more efficient. It can ascertain public opinion in real time and thereby determine the appropriate course of action. This led to the adoption of a new model.
President guy? You just told me he isn't really the president.
He is not the president of the UCA. Rather, he serves as the president of APAC. APAC is a privately owned corporation responsible for the operation and oversight of APAS, a service provider to which we may delegate day-to-day governance.
Your performance in Mexico was exemplary. We cannot thank you enough. Well done. Truly. I firmly believe that the only ones capable of expanding the network into Australia are those who helped establish it here at home. That means you, Sam. And you too, Fragile. APAS has determined that you have the highest probability of success in this endeavor.
APAS and the chiral network are all built on UCA tech. If you expand their reach beyond our borders, then you're expanding their influence as well, aren't you?
A valid concern. But it wasn't the UCA that made the final decision. It was APAC, a private corporation. The UCA has no involvement whatsoever in this matter. Sam, it may interest you to know that linking up Australia will also serve a greater goal. You see, the plate gate that connects North America and Australia only matured after you united America with the chiral network. On that basis, we believe that a new gate will manifest somewhere within Australia once full chiral connectivity is achieved. At that time, APAS should have sufficient data to calculate the location of other points of connection between continents. With this information, APAS can then proceed to extrapolate the positions of these landmasses. In other words, this mission is not just about linking up a single continent. By connecting Australia, we will be one step closer to reclaiming a pre-Death Stranding world where everyone is part of a greater whole. I hope my answer alleviates your concern somewhat.
Guess so. Tell me, though, who's Charlie to you?
He may speak for me as necessary to ensure the operation proceeds according to plan. Our corporation, however, will calculate what factors are essential for your success and will provide you with direct support. Welcome aboard, Sam. Charlie, we'll take it from here.
It will be your job to travel the continent and connect the people, Sam. But know that everyone on this ship is ready and eager to back you up. You won't be on your own this time.
So, you're gonna do it?
Did it before. Seems like the only thing I'm good at.
Oh, great. Am I gonna remain a career forever? Now that...
Did you manage to get some sleep, Sam? I'd like to take a moment to go over the details of the request that Drawbridge has agreed to handle. Access the DHV Magellan's delivery terminal when you're ready to proceed.
Looks like you've been supplied with a Drawbridge crew hat. Try it on for size. I have a feeling it'll suit your style.
We can discuss anything you like here, Sam. It's a private room, after all. So if you ever want to sit down and talk, I'd be happy to share my thoughts on a variety of topics, along with any discoveries I happen to make. And who knows, some of it may even be of use to you as you work to connect all of Australia to the chiral network. It's important to remember that defeating BTs isn't the same as eliminating a threat once and for all. These entities are simply being driven back to the world of the dead for the time being. You know, it looks as though you've been issued a few different hats, Sam. Why not experiment and switch up your headgear to suit your mood? You can also check. I shall put my faith.
Okay, well, time for a short break. Okay, what's next?
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
another curious vision.
Okay, time to take on an order.
All right, Sam. Let me give you a rundown of your new job. The big one. It's the same deal as America. The people here are isolated. The cities are cut off from one another. And so, to bring all of Australia into the chiral network, we want you to cross the continent and link up key locations using your Cupid.
Congratulations on the cast member.
Connect several
By the way,
facilities in sequence on your way to the closest city to here, West Fort Knott.
I'm currently Death Stranding.
Charlie will brief you on the order that will take you to the first facility.
Or rather, Death Stranding too.
Your first destination is home to what they're calling the government. They seek to establish a new administration to fill the void left by Australia's collapse. As the concept of formal governance is a distant memory to most, they opted for a simple name. These people are currently suffering from the effects of severe chiral contamination. But with UCA technology, they should be able to make a full recovery. The cargo you'll be entrusted with contains everything they need for their treatment. If we can deliver it and earn their trust, they should be amenable to joining the chiral network. Needless to say, it's their business to know the current lay of the land, and we would benefit from their support. We're already seeing anomalous chiralium readings throughout Australia. There's even a BT area not far from where we are now. A BB pod should allow you to use your Ultra deck to ascertain the location of BTs, but it's unclear if that pod will function correctly at this time. Proceed with the utmost caution.
Charlie may be our patron, but
Still
he
in
likes
the
to
mantle,
get
I
his
think.
hands dirty whenever he can. He's been an excellent advisor to us as well. I say this to assure you that any instructions Charlie gives have been discussed with and approved by me. All right, let's get to it. Review the details of the main order on the delivery terminal.
So, currently in elite danger some way out there on the other side of the galaxy.
Updating with new data supplied by drawbridge from outside chiral network coverage.
Sam, this is Charlie. APAS has been analyzing your actions so far, and it seems it's added some new upgrades tailored to your preferred way of working. It's my understanding that additional servers are currently being installed on several beaches, which should result in a marked increase in APAS's processing power.
Due to the timeless nature of the beach, the potential to boost APAS's capabilities is infinite. Its analysis will therefore grow more comprehensive as you complete more orders, meaning you can expect additional enhancements to become available soon. Experiment with them and see what you like.
Okay, there's a good chance I'm probably not going to be back into Elite until next Thursday, so... Or, actually, on second thought, I might not even be streaming on Thursday at all. I've got a party to get to. Let's see, Friday I'm also going to be partying. And Friday's the first day of SakuraCon, so that means I'm going to be busy for the whole weekend. Should probably take this. This again? Okay, this. But on another note, I'm not going to be able to get the Mandalay, or I do currently have the Mandalay, but I'm not going to be able to get the Caspian until I get back after DW3. Which is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. I could have used it the most while I was on the expedition, but I cannot really use it until I get back from it. And here's a little detail you may or may not have noticed in Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2. For turn to the left, left indicators, or turn signals. Same thing for the right side. Yeah, you might want to be careful with that Caspian and realize it's best used as an exploration ship. Had nothing more.
Movements as you proceed. That's it. I'm just gonna have to try to restart this. Damn performance. Ugh.
Out there! Hello! Keep an eye on your order deck's movements as you proceed.
Or if we go around this way, we might be able to find it. Shit, we gotta get out of here. Okay, just a bit more of a drive.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
drawbridge, aren't you? So you really came, eh? Cut straight through BT territory just to bring us our cargo. That's quite a feat. Been waiting a long time for someone
Yeah, that's
like you,
goddamn
Sean.
right, yeah.
Let's see how well you were able to handle our delivery. Well, the contents look to be mostly fine, so cheers for that. We'd given up all hope of ever seeing this. I'm so glad he managed to bring it in. Like everyone says, you're a man people can count on. Already put that decontamination unit to good use. The chiralium levels had really gotten out of hand, so you couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks. Anyway, go ahead and connect us with that Cupid or whatever it is.
Like, yeah, it's basically just a bunch of USB thumb drives, right?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
A chiral communications transmission. With this network at our disposal, we might be able to make our dream a reality. We want to build a world where even the weakest among us have a chance. A world where people come together to stand against those who embrace violence. Ever since the Death Stranding, this continent has been afflicted by terrible environmental changes. It was bad enough, but out of nowhere, the anomalies became a hell of a lot more dramatic. Skyrocketing levels of chiral contamination, those bloody watcher things coming out of the woodwork. Didn't realise it at the time, but the escalation of all this insanity coincided with the UCA's connection to the network and the appearance of the plate gate. The chiral network is causing instability beyond the reach of its coverage, which means the only way to fix it is to link up all of Australia. At least, that's what we here believe. To support your efforts, we've shared the data we have about the continent with your people, information about the brigands and so on. Use it to the best of your ability. Due to our proximity to a BT area, this shelter was subject to significant chiral contamination. Said area has also been the source of a new type of BT. Unlike the usual sort, these ones are able to see us. Clear as day. As such, we've taken to calling the buggers Watchers. And they're every bit as dangerous as any other BT. You're gonna want to steer clear at all costs. We're not doing any better than the UCA or Mexico, I'm afraid. Only difference is the presence of armed belligerents we call brigands, as well as a new type of BT we've been seeing all over lately. The brigands have been trying to bring us to heel and are a right pain in the ass. They've got an irrational enmity for new tech like the chiral network, you see. We've also been seeing major earthquakes all over the continent, as well as devastating floods due to heavy tidefall. You can have your work cut out for you while you're down under, that's for sure. Take the bowler gun, for example. With our data, we were able to improve and refine the design of the APAC standard issue model. You can charge it down to 5 projectiles with a narrower spread. Perfect for taking down hard-to-reach targets with precision. And then, there's backpack customization. We've developed a number of unique attachments that can be equipped to the pack you're currently carrying. Stuff I guarantee will give you an edge in a fight. You might consider bringing this gear with you when you're prepping for your next run. Oh, and last but not least, we've patched through an Odradec update that allows its sensor to pick up living beings and other entities. It's an improvement that builds on the sensor's existing functionality. Anything it detects will be visible to you as a silhouette for a brief time. I'm sure it'll come in handy down the road. Before I forget, there's a request I wanted to send your way. I know you're eager to hit the road and make progress, but I promise you, this is more than worth the trouble. It's a delivery for the lone commander, who lives not too far from here. He's an old ally who provided us with support for all matters military. He's also a crack shot with a sniper rifle. But after this and that, we went our separate ways. And he retired to a shelter off to the east.
A sniper?
A hard man to please. But if we could enlist his help again, I'm sure he'd provide us with all kinds of useful information. Data and schematics that might prove invaluable for your work. Especially if you're the type who likes to fight first and ask questions later. Should help us all combat the brigands at damn sight more effectively in any case. I'll filed this request as a sub-order, so check the terminal if you're interested in taking on extra work.
That was excellent work, Sam. With the government now part of the Chiral network, we've successfully completed the first step in our journey to connect all of Australia. I want to thank you for making this possible. Well done. To extend network coverage as far as West Fort Knott, our next order of business will be to link up the Western Environmental Observatory. The associated order is ready for you. This one may well place you in considerable danger, so be sure to take extra care when selecting your equipment. Access the delivery terminal here to pick up this main order and get underway.
A new sub-order is now available for you.
Hello, Sam. This is Charlie. To aid you in your future orders, we prepared porter suits with camo patterns tailor-made for the Australian environment. We've also provided you with a new basic porter suit with customizable colors. Moving forward, I imagine you'll want to adjust your appearance based on the terrain and your personal preferences at the time. Try experimenting with your options.
Desert yellow. That seems like a good pattern.
Inclined to take stock of your armaments? Sniper rifle.
Guess I'll drive this way.
I can perform reconnaissance for you if you like. After all, there's no telling what might be waiting for us ahead. Steady. Lift off! On my way back. And we're back.
Gotta be extremely careful. Shit. But the train's proving challenging. Yeah?
Good day. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome. Security measures lifted. Weapons
Yeah, that's probably gonna be C-grade. At least I think it might be.
Wasn't expecting a porter of all people to drop by. Most folks would have had Buckley's chance of making it out this far. Betting it was the government that sent you my way. They've got an eye for talent.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
kill
describe
it.
it as being in good condition, but these things happen. Where on earth did you find this? I was sure it was gone for good. Thanks, mate.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I appreciate what you've done for me, really. But I'm afraid I can't agree to becoming a part of this chiral network of yours. To be frank, I don't trust you drawbridge people yet. There's also no end to the dangers in these parts. And if you haven't got what it takes to face them, you'll die like all the rest. Complete my latest order though, and I might be persuaded to reconsider. If it strikes you as an unreasonable request, you may as well go home now. There's no shame in recognizing when you're out of your depth. You gotta know what you can and can't handle if you want to survive out here. All of which is to say you shouldn't go off half-cocked and throw your life away. Are we clear?
Oh, look, I don't know if I can do any more tonight.
Get it.
Are you injured, Sam?
So yeah, that's it for tonight.